Welcome to One Tab Deep. Let's see where we end up today. The Guilty, 1947. The Guilty is a 1947 American film noir directed by John Reinhardt, based on Cornell Woolrich's short story He Looked Like Murder. Okay now. The film was produced by an oil millionaire, Jack Rather, the husband of lead actress Bonita Granville. All right, hold on. Let's take a second. Let's think about this. So, a noir film directed by John Reinhardt, based on a short story, produced by an oil millionaire whose wife was the lead actress. Interesting. Old Hollywood. Crazy, huh? Let's take a look at the picture. Very cool. I love that art style, the noir art style. Bonita Granville, Don Castle. That's a sick old school movie name. That is a sick old school actor name, Don Castle. Regis Toomey, John Little, and Wally Castle. Or Cassell, Wally Cassell. Let's read the plot real quick. Mike and Johnny Dixon are roommates. After many months, Mike returns to his old neighborhood and goes into Tim McGinnis's bar. That sounds like the spot to be, the McGinnis's bar. To wait for Estelle Mitchell, a woman he hasn't seen since soon after her twin sister Linda was murdered. He sits down and starts having flashbacks of the events around Linda's death. Johnny had been dating Estelle until he discovered that she was seeing other men. He dumped her and began a relationship with her sweet twin Linda. Man, Johnny is a player. Due to a head injury he suffered during the war, Johnny experienced regular nervous breakdowns. He and Mike served in the army together, and being roommates, Mike nursed him through these. Johnny and Linda were in love, but Estelle wanted him back. Oh man, this is getting messy. She was ready to break up the happy couple. Boy, nothing like a jealous twin sister. But in the meantime, she was seeing Johnny's buddy Mike. What is happening? But the twins both wanted Johnny. And one night they got into a fight over him, after which Linda went to see Johnny. And Estelle's like, nah, sister, I'm going to get to Johnny first. And then the boy Mike sees Estelle arrive before Linda and stops her from coming between the two lovers. But then Mike gets to his apartment alone a couple hours, and Estelle telephones him from her house to say that Linda never came home and now she's missing. What in the world? Mike finds Johnny drunk and distraught. Johnny's asking Mike to verify his alibi. Now the police are showing up. They find a buckle from Linda's trench coat in Johnny's apartment floor, so they're thinking he had something to do with it. Oh, and they found Linda's body in the apartment building, so now Johnny's in all types of trouble. Mike is in the McGinnis bar. He's looking for a buckle outside the window. And now he's going to Johnny. He's like, hey, bro, you might be remembering things wrong. And so now the police show up to arrest Johnny at the McGinnis bar, and Mike's helping him escape. Okay, so now the police are talking to his best friend, and they're like, hey, man, come take a look at Linda's body. And he's like, man, he did all types of terrible things to her. Choked her. She was pushed into a trash chute of the trash incinerator. And then when she wouldn't fit, he broke her neck. The murderer then pulled her out and put her in a barrel on the roof. What is Johnny, guys? Is strong if this is him. And now Mike's like, I mean, this is terrible, but I'm telling you, my man Johnny didn't do this. So it looks like Mike went to Johnny, who had some money and a revolver that Mike had given him while he was hiding out. Mike's like, hey, man, you need to go talk to people. So he decides to come forward and clear his name. They get home, and now the twin sister Estelle is waiting with an older possessive man named Alex Trimble, who's been renting a room at the Mitchells since the twins were young. Now we got Alex in this story. I bet Alex had something to do with it. While they're there, Mike hears a woman's whistle for a taxi and realizes it must be the same one Johnny heard the night of the murder. Mike's now given his rando the revolver to go check on the whistler. And now the rando Trimholt insists on calling the police to arrest Johnny and manage to escape once more. Now the detective's back. He's looking around like, man, there's a messy situation going on. He's thinking this rando Trimholt, he's been hitting on the twins. Now the detective's looking at Trimholt like he's probably got a thing for Estelle and probably killed Linda, who he thought was Estelle, the object of his desire. And so they find this out, and now Mike's going to tell Johnny, and Johnny tried to kill himself. To hell. Oh, wait. So all this happened in the past, and then Johnny shows up at the McGinnis bar. In the future, Estelle shows up, and Mike drags her to his old apartment and insinuates that she committed a murder. He's like, hey, I know they got it on old Trimholt, but I know it was you who really did it. But then when he gets in there, the detective arrests Mike, reveals that Jake, the apartment's janitor, recently found Linda's necklace in the incinerator chute with Mike's fingerprints all over. Turns out Mike killed Linda, believing she was Estelle. After telling Mike that he only held Trimble to fool Mike he was in the clear, the detective takes him down the stairs and past Estelle into the night. Wow. By the way, spoiler alert, if you have any intentions of seeing The Guilty. Wow, that's crazy. So it looks like the oil millionaire's wife played Estelle and Linda. Obviously, they're twins. Kind of a smoke and stack for current day, played by Michael B. Jordan. You got Don Castle as Mike, Regis Toomey as the detective, John Little as Alex Trimholt, Wally Cassell as Johnny Dixon, and then Thomas E. Jackson as the pub owner, Netta Packer as Mrs. Mitchell. Production. So it looks like the oil millionaire was on vacation where he met his own roommate, Castle. So that's the Don Castle, who had been struggling in Hollywood after World War II. They hired an author and asked him how much for the film rights for the short story. So after he heard about how much this guy was willing to charge, he's like, "Hey man, I'm gonna go ahead and set up Jack Rather Productions." They completed filming in only 8 days. The film was successful, generating more than 200% return to Rather. And I think I saw, $120,000 budget, so he made 240. Actually, no, 100% would have been 240, so he made 360. I don't know, my math's not great, but you get the point. He made a lot of money on this. Hey man, I think this is a cool pool. Guilty, something I've never heard of. Crazy story, interesting backstory with the oil millionaire, his wife, his roommate, who he cast as the leading man, was struggling in Hollywood, creates a production company that ends up being successful. I'm tempted to go and learn more about Jack Rather and what other movies he created, but you know the rules. One tab only. So I appreciate it. See you guys next time.